So thanks everyone for being here today. We appreciate it. This has been a long time coming, and you know, we did this master plan for the downtown back in 2002, and we've talked about this day for 16 years. And growing up here as a kid, I've thought about this for, I'm not going to tell you how old I was, 63, but you know, I've been thinking about this for a long, long time. But one of the things we talked about in our master plan when we did this was, we said, you know, we had a great downtown, but we tore it down, and now we want it back. And so block by block by block, you know, we're bringing it back and rebuilding our downtown, and it's amazing. You know, one of the things that we talked about on this particular project was this project was the catalytic project that was going to spur a lot of the other growth that'll happen downtown. I know a lot of people have been waiting to do projects because of this project, and when this happens and when that first shovel of dirt is turned, which we'll go over and do this here shortly, they said, you know, we'll begin our projects when that happens, and we'll know that this downtown revitalization is for real, and it is definitely for real. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate Danny Gaikwad stepping forward to do this project, and what a difference it'll make in the downtown. Owner of the hotel, or the owner of the hotel, and the guy that's going to make this happen, and introduce my friend Danny Gaikwad.
I'm not much in a public speaking, and speaking after the mayor, who's a seasoned mayor, it's very difficult. So it may get boring and it will go wishy-washy, because I don't know. I speak from my heart. I have no notes or nothing. So, you know, a lot of people were asking me, when are you going to build this hotel? And I myself was frustrated too, but I even didn't knew it, because it takes so many little things to put it together. So I must say thank you, starting the thank you, when I came to Ocala. When I came first time in Ocala, it was 1987, 88, I think. And I took the exit 200 from Lake City, and I had a good friend who's sitting right here, Doug Cohn, and his team welcomed me at the Chili's. And that was the best welcome I ever had. I was only 26 years old. And I thought, wow, I'm important. And but that was my first meal in Ocala. I didn't know nobody. But where I am today and what I'm doing today, I'm going to tell you that journey was not easy. It was difficult. But it made it easy because of all of these people. These are all my responsible friends. In some time of my life, they all touched me. They just didn't know it. But those who get touched, they understand how they touch you. So I tried my attempt today to find my old board members, any board I serve on, any people who helped me, and I will not mention all the names because it's very difficult, as you know, to remember this many friends. But it overwhelmed me actually. I came without tie because I thought we're going to have 50, 100 people and I'm going to get ready and then do it. But as soon as I come, I saw so many good friends after so much long time. And we have these 8 chairs empty. Can you please guys come and sit? We are all VIPs. There is no VIP. The reason we have the council, because council is the city council. They become my partner maybe 2.5 years back. Mayor and council. Where is Mary Sue? Mary Sue, and at that time on the council was Jim Hilty, Brant Maliver, Jay Mosley, and I think John McLeod. You know, I went to his shop. I invited him. I don't see few more friends, but thank you for their partnership. They were very good to me. But any partnership is frustrating. It's never easy, even if it's your wife. It's not easy, believe me. So make sure we keep them happy. Otherwise we got a difficult road. So we had a good time, but yes, we had a bumpy roads because what we did was a different process. I am a simple builder. I buy land, it's mine, I just go to my architect, engineering and permitting and get it done and go to the last is a bank. In this time, the process was reversed. Okay, so let you know, the process was, first we did the entire contract before even I know what I'm going to build. And then we have to follow contract guidelines to get it done. And city was very patient with me. I'm very impatient guy. I'm not very patientful because, you know, I'm a private sector guy. I want to get it done yesterday, you know. And I think I got, Governor is coming and I had to receive him. I'll bring him here in a few seconds. Okay, guys?
I'd like to welcome Governor Rick Scott.
Thank you. It's really, first off, it's nice to be here, and it's nice to be in Ocala. Actually, I came here back when I ran in 2010, and I remember being at this. I'm pretty sure it was at this gazebo twice, and that was an interesting time when I'd never run for office before. But one thing about being governor, you get to meet wonderful people all around the state, and you get to travel to all these cities. I try to travel to a couple cities a day around the state, but there's not many people like Danny. You know, he's just got an infectious personality. Everybody wants to be around him. He's built a wonderful family, and they're just the most gracious individuals that you can ever meet. And what you want is you want individuals like Danny Gaikwad to be really, really successful. Because if you know, and you want to be around him. And so he's been great for Ocala. He's been great for the state. He's been an unbelievable supporter of business all across the state. He'll call anybody and everybody to get him to do more business in Florida. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to thank Danny for being who he is. I'm glad you live in America. And I'm glad you're building your business in America. Because I know wherever you would be, you'd be doing the same thing. You would be the top business person anywhere. Well, thank you for being here, and it's fun to see growth and excitement all across our state. We just had and I don't know if everybody's been introduced, but I can just tell you, we just had a great legislative session. We just finished. This group of legislators were part of cutting $550 million in taxes, so you should thank them for that. The individuals up here are part of cutting over the last 8 years over $10 billion in taxes and paying down nearly $10 billion worth of debt. So they have done exactly what they said they're going to work on. They passed historic opioid legislation this year to fight the opioid crisis. They passed legislation to put on the ballot this fall a constitutional amendment that will prevent the legislature in Tallahassee from raising your taxes and fees without a 2/3 majority. So you should give a big round of applause for all the members of the legislature that are standing up. I want to recognize a couple of people that I get to work with every day. Ken Lawson. Ken, I guess Ken's not speaking today. You would know if Ken was speaking.
Thank you, sir.
We got to announce tourism numbers. The year before I got elected, we had right around 80 million tourists in the state. We'd sat 80 million tourists every year for quite a few years. We were spending about $25 million to market the state. And with the support of the legislature, we're now spending $76 million a year, including this next year we will. And we just announced 116 million tourists.
Yeah.
So Danny really likes that because he thinks they're all going to come stay at all of his hotels. So he's always been a big supporter of Visit Florida. But we get a great return, and it's working really well. They also put $85 million in a growth grant fund that's going to help us get more jobs. So here's where we are. We have completely changed the state. The 4 years before I got elected, we lost 832,000 jobs. Home prices dropped 48%. The day I got elected, home prices, the value of homes were 44% were below the value of the mortgages. Today we get to announce in the month of February, this state has added, the business people have added in this state nearly 25,000 jobs just in 1 month. Unemployment has dropped 3.9%. We're now up to nearly 1.5 million jobs have added in 7 years and 2 months. So I want to thank all the business people that have done So it's really nice to be here. I love anybody that's building and spending your money. Spend your money. I was at a conference yesterday with people from out of the state, and I said the most important thing you remember is spend every dime you have in this economy. You pay 25% of our sales tax. Buy a home. I'd love for you to use it, but if you don't, you still have to pay those property taxes. It's great for our economy. So hopefully this will continue to go. I've got about 90 days to go in this job. It's been a wonderful job to be the governor. You have wonderful elected individuals here that I've had the opportunity to work with, from your mayor to your county commission. All these individuals have worked hard, to your sheriff. It's a wonderful place to live. Now it's my distinct opportunity to, and then I guess before I do that, I guess we're going to do a groundbreaking. We're going to do that later. But it's exciting. I just want to tell you, this has been a ball. I can tell you, as I go around the state, there are business people that are changing these communities. And Danny's an example of somebody that is investing all of his money, continuing to change the community he loves the most. So it's going to be exciting to do the groundbreaking for that. But now let me introduce Sissy Proctor. Sissy's job is to give people jobs. That's it. So, and she's been doing the job she's been at the DEO, Department of Economic Opportunity, for quite a few years, but has been leading it for the last 3 years. And in every month after month after month, we're seeing more jobs. Sissy Proctor, the Executive Director of the Department of Economic Opportunity.
Well, good morning. It's wonderful to be here today. Thank you, Governor Scott, and thank you, Danny. It's wonderful to be here. I appreciate the invitation. We're very excited about your groundbreaking this morning. It's lovely to meet your family as well, your lovely wife and your sons. So thank you for the opportunity. We are here for the groundbreaking, but we're also here to highlight the state's strong economy and the local economy here. The more than 200 jobs that will be created by the hotel we're getting ready to break ground on is incredible news for this community, for Marion County, for the families here in the state, as well as all across the state. And as the governor just announced, private sector businesses all across the state created more than 25,000 jobs in just the month of February, taking the total number of jobs to almost 1.5 million. And thinking about the years before the governor took office and how many jobs that were lost, it's just been a credible turnaround for our economy. And the focus of the governor and so many of our local county and city commissions, as well as the legislature, has been incredible. Cutting taxes, cutting regulations, supporting the unemployment rate that continues to remain low, supporting the growth of our labor force, the growth of our GDP. This is all great news for our state and great news for local communities like Ocala. Strong job growth here in Ocala, strong low unemployment, which is incredible news. This is all important to get Florida back to work, but we know we must keep focused. We must keep focused on lowering taxes so that businesses can continue to grow and stay competitive here. So thank you again, Danny, for your vision. Thank you for your investment in this community and the state. It's infectious. Every time I come and visit with Danny and his family, I just want to go out and talk about how wonderful Florida is and how many opportunities are here. It is because of companies like yours that our communities are growing and our economy is growing and that families are back to work. So thank you for everything you do.
Now it's my distinct opportunity to introduce somebody I met during the campaign trail back in 2010. Dennis Baxley is somebody that you know exactly where he stands on things. He gets things done in the legislature, and I've enjoyed working with him over the last 8 sessions. Senator Dennis Baxley.
Thank you, Governor. Boy, isn't it great to live in hometown America? You know, life is good in hometown America. And we're making it better because of individuals. You know, I often think that nothing significant is ever done alone, but one person can make a big difference. And I look at some of these people and I see them as that one person at those critical times made such a difference in the lives of everybody in this community. And they're all over here. And they love this country. And they love hometown America. They love Ocala. And they're doing everything they can to facilitate success of many. But there are so many people that have done their part and stepped up at the right time. And Governor, I don't think there was ever any confusion about your message. What is it? Jobs, jobs, jobs. Because he knows jobs builds great families, and builds great communities, and builds a great future for Florida. And this entire country needs to recapture that excitement. This building going up is going to be so symbolic of the rebirth and the renewal of hometown America. Do you know how many years and how many people have had to hold on to that vision of how do we recomplete and remake hometown America? You've been the answer all the time. But the price of freedom is eternal vigilance, and everyone is kept working. That's why Danny and Manisha and I have been such good friends. If you knew their personal story, living in the back of a discount beverage shop with a vision of what you could do in America.
Yeah. Living American dream.
He's living the dream that we share. And if we're not already succeeding, we're striving. And we're trying to help somebody else that wants to succeed and prosper. There's nothing a little prosperity won't help. It helps nonprofits. It helps kids. It helps seniors. It helps veterans. It helps everybody when we prosper. Both prosper in our spirit and prosper in our economy. That is the heart. And that's why it's so exciting to be here with you today, because every one of you are one of those people. I really welcome my friends from the Senate. I'd be neglectful not to specifically mention them. Denise Grimsley, and of course Keith Perry, our own hometown senator right here. They're helping us keep this priority by serving, by working with this governor and the ones that will come behind him. We have to keep these priorities alive. But it's at the ground. It doesn't happen in Tallahassee. We're only the facilitators. You are the community builders. You need to continue building a community. You continue to hold a great hope. Don't you let the cynicism of other people discourage you. We live in the greatest country on earth, and we live in the greatest hometown. God bless you.
The politics was introduced to me by Dennis Baxley. I was new, and he was his first election, and he made me financier. And I said, what does that mean? And it's a true story. I'm like, what does a financier do? He said, well, you will learn. Don't you worry about it. You know how to raise money? I said, yeah, a little bit. I said, that's all you do. The rest I'll do. So we become a family friend since then. But I have a privilege to sit also on a Visit Florida. And Visit Florida has done wonders. It is very controversial, but thanks to the governor and teams, and they saved it. But I would like to introduce my good friend and Ken Lawson. He runs the Visit Florida. He's our president, and you will see why we have these numbers. Because every time governor gives him 10 million more than he can do. So this year, I think you forgot to tell him, Governor, 125 million he won.
Hey, before you walk away, I'll tell you something. I love you. No, I do. In this community, you love him too, don't you? Yeah. All right? Because this man right here, it's not about Danny. It's about Ocala. It's about our home. It's about this ground. It's about creating jobs and helping people and having an open heart where you really care and you're committed, not just one day, 1 month, 1 year, but your life.
Thank you.
Please, give him respect. Danny.
What we gonna do? Governor is gonna please, and he is always very patient. Trust me. Yes. Like this, in the dirt, everybody get in here, and we'll look straight ahead for the first picture, and everybody smile. Let's all look to the left. All look over here to the right. Okay, so the everybody just get some dirt and hold it up like this. Straight ahead. How far can we throw? Yeah. Okay, the best picture is when you
How does soccer go?